Hey guys! Okay, so we are going to do a quick highlight and contouring video. So I'm going to try to explain this as best I can, but if you have any questions, please feel free to write them down in the comments and I will answer them to the best of my knowledge. Anyways, so highlighting and contouring is not as scary as you think it is, but you want a concealer that is at least 2 shades lighter than your natural skin tone, a pressed powder to set that concealer, and then I'm going to show you 2 different ways to contour. So there's actually 3 different ways that I do it, but you can just use a normal bronzer. This is amazing. It's our beachfront bronzer. And then also you can use our BB creams to contour also. So I'm going to do one side with just plain bronzer and the other side with BB cream, so you guys can see the difference. Some people like a cream contour and some people like a powder contour. So this is a great way to show you both. So we're going to start with highlighting. So you're going to take your concealer. I use the color Scarlet, and I'm just going to dab a little bit into my finger. A little bit goes a long, long way. And then I'm just going to use my fingers to get this where I want it to go. And you want to go into a triangle shape. I should probably put a little bit more on so that you guys can see the effect of this. Okay, I'm going to use a brush so you guys can see it a little bit better. So you're going to go into a triangle shape, and then using a brush is actually a little bit easier anyways. And then you're going to go down your nose to highlight your nose. You can go on your chin. These are just all the normal highlighted areas. And then foreheads, if you have a little bit larger forehead like I do, just highlight this spot right here. So these are, then also you can just take the excess and go right here. This is going to make that area pop just a little bit. I'll just take a little bit extra from there and go right there. So I will leave this here so you can see where the highlighted areas are, and then we'll blend it out here in a minute. So now, to use the BB cream, I use the color Chestnut is the color that I use, and then I take a brush and then I just put a little bit on the brush. Now this is gonna look pretty scary, but bear with me. So now you kind of have to find your cheekbone, so you do a suck in, and then so you can feel it with your finger. And you just go from like about your pupil up to like the top of your ear. So I kind of have to make a fishy face. Yeah, a fishy face. And I'll just draw that on right there. Now I know it looks scary. And then I bring this up onto my forehead. Now, this is a little bit of a more dramatic contour, but it really does give you, like, it gives me a chin. I don't have a chin like you see, like I have this stuff, but it accentuates your cheekbones and your chin and your forehead. If you have a bigger forehead like me, that is what helps me a ton, actually give me some cheeks and gives your face some definition. Now you can also go down the bridge of your nose and the tip of your nose. And I'm going to blend this in just a little bit. I'm going to blend this side in so you guys can see. So I take my blending bud, I get it a little bit wet. It's already damp, but I get it wet. And I just start buffing. I always blend up. You always want to blend up into your hairline. And blending down on the neck. But this gives you such a pretty contour. And then we can blend in this side of the highlight so you guys can see the full effect of this. And it just gives it that really pretty definition. So you see how when it's all blended out, and we'll blend it out a little bit more too. So here's your definition. No definition at all. So this stuff is fantastic. And then blending it into the nose a little bit. just trying to do the half face for you guys. Okay, so now there is the BB contour. Super simple, super easy. It is not as scary as it seems, guys. Now, with the Beachfront bronzer, I take an angled brush. I just got this brush at Fred Meyer's. And then, so our bronzers have a shimmer side and a matte side. So this side with the marbling is the matte side. And so for contouring, I just use the matte side. So I take an angled brush, do the same thing, and create a line. So now this is a more subtle contour. Depending on the shade of your bronzer, we have several shades. This one's the shade Hermosa, so it's the medium one right here. And this is going to give you a really pretty subtle contour. And you're just, so you have to think of it like a 3. So some people don't need to do their forehead, just depending. I have a pretty large four finger head. Some people don't have that much. So just depending on your face, you don't have to do that. So now we have beautiful, beautiful cheekbones. If you want to make your lips pop, you take the darker and go right underneath here, and that'll make your lips appear fuller. And then now all I need to do is blend out the highlight a little bit. And then I'll show you how to set this highlight, how I set it anyways. You can use a translucent powder, or you can use a mineral foundation that is the same color as the concealer, which I use because I like that extra white pop. So there is your bronzer contour. Really pretty, huh? So, and if you go too far down, it's okay. You can take your blending bud and just kind of clean that up a little bit. And then now we're going to set. So, because this is already a powder, you don't really need to set this side, but this side I would set with a little bit of bronzer. So I'm going to take my blending bud into my Scarlet powder, and this is really going to brighten up my eyes. Just a little bit. And this stuff is amazing. Like, see how much that brightened up my eyes compared to right here? So we're just... It helps if you look up, but this helps the creasing underneath those eyes. We smile, we laugh, we do all those amazing things. We always want to be able to do that without getting those little creasy lines. So now that we got that all set up, I know sometimes you'll be like, well, it's a little bit blotchy, and that is okay. Take a big fluffy brush, whatever you want to do. You could add your blush and highlight at this point. But since this is just a contouring video, I'm just going to show you this. I take a big fluffy brush and I just fluff it all out. It has nothing on the brush. This is just making everything come together, blending it all out just the way you want it. And see, there is your beautiful contour. And then you can do the rest of your face. Not that hard, guys. Try it. See how you like it. If you have any questions, I used a BB cream on this side and I used the bronzer on this side. So each way works depending on if you like cream or if you like powder, whichever one. So go out and try it. Ladies, have fun. There's no rules in makeup. I love you guys. Have a great day.